Y'all love it when y'all watching a video on either Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, and there'll always be something good going on and you're liking it and you're like, yes. And then next thing you know, you get down to the point where they're talking about, well, what happened was I'm going to be not on here no more. And you're like, what happened with that? What happened was, is some people had an agenda that they intended to go by when they first started doing these videos. Some of the people in the videos was going to stay and some were going to go. And you didn't know that until the ending, and then the surprise ending is, oh, we're still going to be doing these videos, but we're not going to have some of the people in it that you fell in love with. And we don't mean dirty fell in love with. We mean good, like someone that could be your best friend or your relative or your neighbor or somebody like that. And you didn't know it. Then you get your heart broken because you always thought that it should be like a team thing. Because everybody was getting along so well in these videos. You could have 3 or 4 people in them. Everybody's getting along with each other. And then next thing you know, oh no, some of them are leaving. And you're like, what the mess? So, moral of that story is, don't ever get your hopes all involved in something and then you find out later it ain't going to work. Because if it don't work, okay. So I love y'all. But I want y'all to know that there is a lot of times when we do that, we as in people do this to other people. We get to the point where we believe that we've got all this time with somebody in this world to live and to die. Then these people die on us and then we get sad because we thought they had a lot longer. When you have mysterious deaths happen in your life, you don't like them, but you have no choice in them. They had to happen in order for it to work out. Not work out in a bad way. I mean work out in a good way. You know, like they had to go on so they could see their relatives that they missed so long. And I understand all that. I'm not mad or bitter at nobody. I just wish I knew this stuff ahead of time. I wouldn't have got my hopes up. There's a lot of people in this world that they know what's going to happen to them and they know what's going to happen to you. And it's like a whole situation. But then when you go to talk about it with them, like, well, if you die, here's what I would love to happen to you. Or if you die, here's what I'd love to happen to you. Or whatever. And they don't say nothing about all that. Then they die. Then they get to the point where it's like, oh yeah, you didn't talk to us about the death stuff. You talked to us about the craziness that don't make no sense. Why did you do that? And they're like, what do you mean, why did I do what? I mean, you pretty much wanted people to think that, you would never die, or if you die, you'll die a certain way. And then we all just took it like, okay, this is what's going to happen. Then we find out later, oh, no. What really was going to happen was I'll die, but I won't tell you about it because if I tell you, you might get hurt by it. Either way, if you know your health's bad, you should tell your family and friends. Because if they know, then they know how to handle it when something comes up. Y'all have to quit this mess. Quit now before it's too late. Because if you wait too late, then it's like, why? Why did you wait so late to do it? I know why you waited so late to say anything. Because you wanted the event to be the telling of what happened. So if you die, surprise, I'm dead. Now, what it was I didn't want to tell you because if I did, your heart would get sad. I know that, but thing is, and you people that died due to stress because you did so much for other people, calm down. Y'all know good and well it won't do you no good to keep doing for everybody all the time. Y'all will end up killing yourself and you will be wishing you had not done this. And when you do this stuff, you will say to yourself, man, I wish I never did this. And they will look at you like, yeah, you should never have done this. See, what I'm saying is, I'm a good man, you're a good man. But I'm not going to sit there and tell you you're perfect if what you're doing is wrong. I'm not going to sit there and tell you, hey. But I don't know. It's just some people just don't tell you everything because They know it'll hurt you if you knew the truth about their life and what you're going through and what they're going through. Because I don't know everything in my life, and I've sat there before and told myself millions of times what I knew about somebody, and then I find out later there's new info that I never knew about, that I could have possibly never knew about because nobody told me. Nobody thought I already know. They don't think that because they think that you know everything already about somebody. But when it comes out, the truth about what you do know, people say, well, you're innocent people and that you just happen to be in the middle of a story that didn't get an answer. Or if it got an answer, it didn't get the answer you wanted. So you end up with a story that goes, once upon a time there was a man and a woman, and man told the woman everything, and the woman never told the man everything because she knew he would get hurt by the truth. Same as saying there's people out there that don't tell you everything about their life because they know it'll hurt you if you knew the truth. And you don't want to be in that position. You want to be where you could live 100 years knowing everything about somebody. It's what you want. But they don't want you living 100 years knowing everything about them, because if you did, it hurts your feelings to know they're sick and they're going to die one day on you and they want to leave you behind. They don't want to, but they have no choice. So the moral of the story is, they're not telling you, oh, I didn't tell you this because I want you to be sad about it. It's like, I didn't tell you because I thought while I'm alive or what that I would have to hear you be sad about my death, when I knowing that'll break my heart, knowing you're sad about my death that hasn't come yet. So if I said, hey, I'm going to go and the doctor because I think I'm going to die. If you said that, meaning you know something, then the people would be like, no, please don't. And the whole time it's like, you see my point? Point is, there is a time and a place where people know the truth about the good, the bad, and the ugly, and they don't want to tell it at that moment because